silence laying next in your head. You want to be present, but your name isn't there. So we give and we live, just too close to a Ceiling futures on the sea. The borders we've ordered come apart. The sea is collided with the chaos we flee in the sea. My pockets are stays, my pockets are stays. So status, no status. 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 Have love response to the text, message tone. Connected to billions, yet completely alone. Performing the tracks for the slimmest of ways. It's technically fast on the pocket size. Status, no status. Performing the task for the slimmest of ways. So status, no status. With technical fast on the pocket size. So status, no status. So status, no status. So status, no status.
Hello, welcome to Cosmic Bos Improv. What's going on, guys?
Jeffrey's not here.
So why are we starting?
Because we've got to get it recorded.
Oh, has anyone seen him? Have you seen Jeffrey?
I haven't seen him. It was supposed to be an hour ago. I haven't seen him.
I assumed you'd see him.
Oh no, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him for ages.
Can we call him? Has anyone got his number?
Yeah, yeah, I've got his number.
Yeah, give him
a call. There we go.
Hi, this is Jeffrey. I'm not on the phone. Obviously, you can't get hold of me. I'm probably somewhere, but I don't know where. Bye.
Hello, Jeffrey. It's Jethro. We're doing the podcast at the moment. You're meant to be here. Where are you? You're clearly not here. When you get this message, give us a call back. Okay. It's Jethro. Did I say that already? Yes, Jethro. Okay, bye.
Okay. So we don't know where he is.
No, I've got no idea.
That's interesting.
What can we do?
Well, I'll go and try and find him.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, that's fine. I'll have a chat with you.
Yeah.
Really
Okay, you guys hold the fort. I'll see myself out. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we'll stand by, have a little chat.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate.
I'm Nick, by the way.
Hi, I'm Macey.
You're Macey.
We always get him all the time.
Well, that was for the listener, not for your purpose.
Yeah, okay.
Because that would be needless. Unless you'd like me to introduce myself more regularly to you.
Well, I see you quite often, and each time I see you,
yeah, I feel we're past the need to introduce ourselves each time you see us.
How many times do you need to meet somebody before you need to stop introducing yourselves, or is it just a one-off
The
thing?
first time that you meet someone, yeah, probably.
Just the first time.
Yeah. Otherwise, that would be weird.
Have
Unless you haven't seen them for a long time,
Yeah,
or they've had like some facial reconstruction, which happens more and more regularly. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Is Andy? Where's Andy? Is he around?
I don't know. Should we get him in? Should we get him in?
Yeah. Andy.
Come in. Oh, hey guys, what's going on?
Hello, mate.
Jeffrey hasn't showed up.
Yeah, no, I saw Jethro just like ran past me.
He's just done it.
He's going to look for him.
Oh right.
We left him a voicemail, but he's not here.
So we're going to just do it without him then.
I think so. We're kind of getting close to the deadline, don't you?
Yeah.
Cool. I thought we were actually way past the deadline.
We missed the deadline.
We totally missed it.
So we brought you two in tonight.
Yeah.
Instead of Jethro. Or Jethro was here. Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna have a chat.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
cool.
talking
Have a
about
little
facial reconstruction. And how many times do you think you have to introduce yourself? How many times when you meet someone until you can stop introducing yourself?
At least 12.
12 times.
Yeah,
12
12.
right.
Well, it's certainly if you're doing a podcast. I mean, like, if this is like the first thing
Every
anyone's
time.
listening to of Cosmic Bos, they're going to be going like, "What the?"
That's true. Cosmic Bos
Should-
has introduced itself
Should we-
17 times now.
Yeah.
Every time.
But I think we should
Or-
probably introduce ourselves again
Yeah.
properly.
For anyone, okay, well, I'm Nick,
I'm Andy.
Yeah, and I'm Macey.
and we're Cosmic Bos.
Yeah.
we do
Okay.
Cosmic
We
Bos.
make the music. We normally have Jethro and Jeffrey chatting with
Yeah.
me, but not today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a chat.
Yeah, a little chat time.
Okay,
Little
cool.
chat.
Yeah, cool. Well, should we play a song?
I think that's a good idea. That's
Yeah.
what our podcast is known for,
Really?
isn't it?
We like making music, so
Yeah.
we're gonna.
While we play the first song, we can sit down and have a little crisis meeting as to how we're going to play it and what
Yeah.
we're going to do.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Would you like to pick a song, Macey?
Yeah, okay. Aim.
Okay.
Is that a
cool.
bad song?
Yeah, no, that's a great
Well, we
song.
just start
That
with
was the
the
last
same
single
players.
that Cosmic Bos put out. That's probably
Yeah,
the
with
right thing to
Anya.
put next.
Featuring Anya Louisa.
Anya
and Ben
Louisa.
Bluebird.
Yeah.
This is Aim.
We burn to the ground, then paint our eyes with the ashes. Filling the ice trays with tears for our rounds, for them to fall again from our lashes. That's just how we play. That's just how we play. Sharp quill to the heart, and our heart bleeds onto the paper. And everyone has their purpose. paper, scissors. Anyone that we meet, they don't know they're playing with us. Everyone has their part, the lover, the liar, the other. Everyone plays a part in this comedy, this tragedy. Who's gonna be the victor? Who's gonna be the victor? So we push and we pull and no one knows our aim. Especially screaming, no one knows our game. So we pull and no one knows our aim. Especially screaming, no one knows our aim. When we play it like
Let's do the lucky eye.
What do you think?
Cool.
What do you think he's saying?
I asked him what he's saying, and he said he's out of gibberish.
Oh,
The intent is asking you will get. That's so he's speaking gibberish, but his intent was,
I think that's often Ben speaking gibberish, but it makes sense.
Yeah. It's
So
great.
that's an absolutely banging song, AIM, which
Yeah, that was a really cool one, isn't it? It came out-
Macey produced.
Yeah.
Macy produces all of them.
Well,
Yeah,
he
I cut that
master
one.
produces them,
Yeah.
but
Cut
he
that
also
one. You did. I remember the first time we heard that, or first time I heard that. Maybe the first time Andy heard it. Yeah, at yours.
Yeah. I
And you
think we
played it like through your phone in a
did
cup or something because we had
Did I?
no speakers or anything. And I remember it being pretty damn good.
It was
Yeah.
really fun one to do. It came out pretty quick as well. It was like once you found the chorus, it was just kind of came to
Yeah,
life.
I think it's something that we've done well with that style of song,
Yeah.
but with a bit of a different edge to it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think having Anya's voice on anything is pretty good.
Yeah,
So-
I think like there's always been this thing like through Boss where it's always just been us and a couple of our mates and that whole sort of testosterone, well not a bit very testosterone, but the guy thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Sausage
having,
fest.
having that, I was trying to avoid saying that.
Oh,
but,
sorry.
but
Well, there
yeah,
was
like-
always that, like, we've been talking about it for a long time, years and years, even when
Yeah,
Boss
when-
started, was the whole idea
gotta
of,
have
like,
a female.
yeah, that will change.
I guess
some
really
stuff.
though, like we're between the three of us, we haven't like played live for a couple of years, therefore not meeting
You don't meet
Meet
like
we
musicians.
haven't
yeah.
like meeting new musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've essentially locked ourselves in a room and played with each other.
Yeah.
And occasionally went, "Here you come, mate."
Yeah.
So Anya was the first chance that we got. As soon as when you worked with her, right? Macy,
I did have her album, her debut album, so I know her dad pretty well.
which is Ben
which is
Bluebird.
Ben Bluebird, probably, yeah.
Probably.
the guy who sings the Dodo Loki
Oh,
eye
yeah,
bit.
Yeah. He features on a record that we put out
Yeah,
last
that
month.
one. In fact, that last song you just heard
Is on it.
was
It's got a title, but I can't remember it. Improvisation
17.
17.
Magic I
Magic
Can
I
Believe In, featuring Annie Louisa and Ben Bluebird.
So yeah, I did her first album,
Cool.
or her currently debut album, and she's really cool to work with because she's really open. She's got great ideas and she's like really well trained. Yeah, she's classically trained.
Yeah. She's mega creative.
Yeah, man, and she's been really like her dad Ben like really nurtures her and to bring her in. So to get her to become part of. Get her in on a session was really cool and good for her because she's still quite young and finding her feet. She's never really played with like a
live
musician
band.
thing. So yeah, it was really cool.
What's your relationship with Ben?
I work with Ben. I don't work with Ben. We've just become mates over a few years. He's a sound engineer and I'm a sound engineer, and like through our circles and certain companies that we work for. We just like crossed paths and then started working together. And he's like in the last few years, he's supplied the Greenpeace stage with their sound system for Glastonbury and put together the team of engineers for that. And I was lucky enough to get into that, and that's where me and Ben really became friends. It's like thereafter.
Getting wasted listening to Joe Goddard.
Yeah.
He totally invited you in to go and help with Anya, didn't he? Like he was.
Oh, for sure.
Like, yeah, it's quite a big turning point for Ben. He's very much a works on his own.
Yeah,
kind
for sure.
of guy.
Yeah, he's quite introvert in that way.
I think like you allowed him to open that up, and
Yeah.
it's like amazing we got them in for a boss session, really, because
I don't think it would have happened any other time.
They were both brilliant as well. Both of them were.
That kind of stemmed from everything's stored at the place, the barn, and whenever I'd go there on jobs for other people, I'd go back there to the hub, and Ben would kind of be there. He lived there. And he'd have a studio, and he'd always be like, "Oh, come and listen to my new song." And I always just loved what he did. Like all the songs were really cool. Like he's very 80s driven, and he's got that kind of thing about him.
Yeah. He's well seasoned as well, isn't he? He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. He's worked with like he produced one of James's albums, the band James.
Not your mate James.
Not my mate James.
the band James.
Band James.
They're actually famous.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're really.
It's a terrible band name though.
James.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? James.
Yeah.
James what?
Do you like that band, James? Oh, yeah. Is he
Not
the
James
lead singer?
Corden, is it? He hasn't started a band.
James Corden band.
He's kind of probably in several.
I bet James
You
Corden's
reckon?
banned from loads of places.
Yeah. He's pretty famous now.
He's
pretty
way
funny.
too famous. He's got his moments. Not a huge fan, to be honest.
No, fair enough.
He's fan of the man James.
But yeah, man, AIM. That was a great tune. I remember the first time I heard it it was obviously the single for that record that it was on.
Yeah.
I think we all kind of felt like that. I think because at the time you played it, I had mixed a couple, and that stood head and shoulders above everything. Tune, mate. Good work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The banger.
Fantastic. Do you fancy taking a trip down memory lane?
Yeah.
We could do Macey, this is your production career with Cosmic Bos. Isn't that Blind Date?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well this could be Blind Date.
Which door will you choose?
Let's do it.
No,
Blind Date, 3
Blind
songs.
Date.
You've got to ask a question. We'll pick the 3 songs and give you the answers.
Pick the 3 songs.
Yeah, cool. Good
Yeah.
game time. Like it was.
Good game time. Totally not made up on the spot. Game time,
Game
Blind
time.
Date, featuring Macey.
How's this gonna work?
Okay, so you get to ask a question to each track about each
Oh,
track,
okay.
and we'll give you a response.
Wait, so do I need? I need to guess the track?
Have
or-
you ever, no. Have
I
you
know.
ever seen Blind Date?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
But I don't understand how it
So
works.
you ask each.
Songs.
There's normally
There's
3
3,
guests.
yeah,
You
yeah.
ask them a question.
Each question. Yeah.
Like, if you would take me on a date, where would you
Where you
take
take
me?
me, yeah.
And
then you're gonna give me the
We'll
answer.
give you. Andy's written them down,
I've
so
written
I've
down
not got them. So
the
Andy's going to
numbers
give you the
already.
answer,
Cool.
and then you pick one.
Okay, so we've got
The 3 dates lined up for you right here.
Brilliant.
that's Cilla Black.
Good, yeah, got it.
Yeah, do it
Have you
next.
ever seen Sheridan Smith play Cilla Black?
Yeah, she's brilliant.
She's
That
brilliant.
series
Yeah,
is
it's
amazing.
Sheridan Smith is an absolute legend.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Sheridan Smith. She's
Sheridan.
She also used to be married to James Corden, I believe.
Oh my
Really?
God, look at all
Date
these
James
facts we're
Corden.
throwing out. We need to change the title of our podcast.
Yeah.
Fun
Facts.
interesting celebrity facts about
That
James
everybody knows.
Corden.
We don't follow any celebrities except Alison Brie.
Okay. So anyway,
Okay.
You need to ask a question to the 3 doors.
Song number 1. If you were a type of vegetable, what type of vegetable would you be?
I would be a string bean.
String bean. Ooh.
Interesting.
Okay, interesting answer,
What's
yeah.
that give you? Ooh. Is it got strings? Ooh.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it a
What's
song
the
about
bean?
beans? Ooh.
Nobody knows. Okay, song number 3.
Ooh, interesting. Does Blind Date have a narrator? I'm playing the narrator, by the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Song number 3. if I had a pie that was split into 8 sections, how many sections would you eat?
Interesting question. I was like,
I would probably eat all 8 sections.
Okay, all right, that's very telling. See, you
Fat.
sound like quite
Song.
a greedy song. Number
all
8.
the songs were
Number 3.
fat.
Oh, the one song well fat, right?
Fat song.
PhD.
I'm just throwing you hints.
Yeah, okay.
I'm here as Macy's side man now,
Side
best
backup,
man.
back.
Go in. Mate, pick that one.
Song number 2. If you were a colour of a wall, what colour of a wall would you be? And how high would you be?
How high would I be as a wall?
If you were a wall, how high would you be and what colour would you be?
I would be very near the top. I'd be very high up
You'd
the
be
wall.
quite...
No, like a
No, no.
big wall. Is it a
You'd be
big wall?
quite a big
Yeah,
wall.
you were a big wall.
Quite a small wall.
Oh.
Quite a small wall.
The opposite of what
What you just said.
Oh, it's all about the roof. I'd blatantly want to hang from the roof, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't mind what colour the wall is, it's fine.
You're pretty easy going.
Yeah, I'm easy going.
Oh, okay.
Interesting, right.
And your song number 2,
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was winking at the song number 2 then, did you see
is
that? Maybe you saw it.
Cilla around?
Oh, yes, that's right, I'm back.
Okay, go on.
Sorry, I'm just doing out the back. So, what have you decided? Which one do you want to take on your next date?
Well, Cilla, I really enjoyed the answers for all 3 of the songs, but I definitely think I'm going to go for song number 2.
Oh, song number 2.
Well, let's have a quick look at what you could have
Yeah,
read.
you got me the lucky losers. Look out, number 1, which was previously mentioned by you as being your favourite song in the whole
no.
world. Why is you?
That's my favourite.
His clue for that was string bean.
String bean because of shoelaces.
Oh yeah, do you want to guess? Do you want to try and guess?
No, don't worry. What's song number 3?
Okay, so song number 3. Do you want to have a guess?
Your
Come on.
Cilla impression is so
What was the what was the clue?
Okay, I can't even.
No, yeah, okay.
He was.
How many pies would you eat?
Oh, how many
the
pies you
whole
were? All the
pie.
pies were. Yeah.
He ate all your pie. Song number 3. Who is it?
I don't know.
don't know.
The fat song. I don't.
It's overreacting. Yeah, come on,
Overreacting.
well, yeah. Should take the stage then.
Okay.
That's another one of my favourite songs.
Yeah.
Do you
What
wanna
did I
see-
win?
you wanna
Which
see
one
what
did I
you
get?
won? You won one of the very first songs that you ever produced for Cosmic Bos. Oh, come on now, it's Lucky Lampshade. There you go, Lucky.
Energy roaming free, flitting from biology, connecting up the A to B, basic social circuitry, thinking free, the enemy of the eccentric bourgeoisie, by appointment of the referee, more illegal than ecstasy. Worker bee, get working please. Honey doesn't grow on trees. They won't hear our tepid pleas. In their eyes with a disease. Harmony for no money. Soaking up vitamin D. Danger to the economy. Free needs no price guarantee. ESP, ES please. Breakthrough with telepathy. It's hard to hide what you can't see. Available on DVD. Escapee, master key. Hidden deep in the debris. There's a way for you to be invisible for all to see. I strap on my lucky lampshade to teach my ideas to behave every time they start to shine out. I strap on my lucky lampshade to teach my ideas to behave every time they start to shine out. I strap on my lucky lampshade to teach my ideas to behave every time they start to shine out. I strap on my
cool.
Does that take you back?
It does take me back, mate. Yeah, that was cool.
Do you want to explain that?
Yeah. All right. So before Cosmic Bos was Cosmic Bos. I was kind of just doing like just production, bedroom kind of production, and a little bit for other people and that. And Andy came and said, "I've got all of these songs that he's kind of like tinkered with and put together on his he's kind of demoed them." You pretty much gave me free reign. You're like, here, do something with them.
I'd built them all just using like synth, and I hadn't recorded any live instruments.
Yeah, there was a couple
I
because
think I might have done a couple
Warp
of guitar
Zones has that
bits.
really cool guitar.
We all ended up laying on it. I think I laid quite a bit of guitar
you did some
on
guitar
it.
and stuff on it. Yeah, it
you
became a
too.
really cool project, and it took us.
Yeah, I was actually travelling when you started it, I think. Or
Yeah, I was working on it for a chunk of time, because I'd set myself a ridiculous thing of trying to write a song for every letter of the alphabet. Like Lucky Lampshade was one of the few songs that kept its original title.
Right, yeah.
Because most of them were just pieces of music that I put a title to, which is just me developing it like that. And then I was suddenly left with I was like, oh look, I've got like 26, 27
quite a few, wasn't it?
songs. And I was then like listening. I'd like bounced them and had them on my iPod back in the days when you had an iPod.
Dude, old
it
school.
was only like 4 years ago, right?
Was it?
2017.
It was
came
released in
out.
2017.
Because I specifically remember like a listening session
Right.
in your cabin.
Yeah.
And I think I'd recently got back from travelling, or maybe it was a bit later.
It was before you went travelling that I said to you that I was like, I've got this whole bunch of songs. I don't really know what to do. I don't really know what to do with it. Sorry, it's totally off the mic then. And you said, well, Macey's like doing a lot of production at the moment. Maybe you should have a chat with him.
I was getting really into it then at that point. I think I just finished uni.
Yeah,
I was like,
you
uni.
graduated, definitely.
Right.
And, Andy went, he'd do some work for me.
Yeah.
Well, I just gave you this bunch of songs. I was like, they didn't have vocals on them. I don't think they were just bits
Yeah,
of
well,
music.
they had like guide. I think you had a little USB
But
kind
I
of
think
microphone.
I
that
still
you just,
sort of. I think we
Yeah.
did the guide vocals still together. Like,
yeah, we definitely redone.
yeah, we set up a mic and recorded all the
Yeah.
guides. And
So I guess like they were written songs, right? So you demoed them, but written all the vocal.
well, what I did was I made them as pieces of music, and then I like had them on my iPod, and I sort of would walk around and write lyrics to them in that sense. So they weren't like
Structurally
but
done or anything. Because I think for me, making music with you for the best part of 15 years, maybe even longer actually. That's where you're at your finest, when somebody gives you something that needs a lot of work.
Nice.
But giving you that free reign
Yeah.
and allowing you to be creative. So
Yeah.
I almost see it, although you're a producer, I see you as a creative producer that kind of wants to help somebody make their music bigger. A bit
for
like
sure,
what you do
man.
with Anya, I assume.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
she has a
that's-
song that's like, this is the song.
Yeah.
Do something with it.
Well, 7 Billion's a perfect example of you doing that, because it was like there was a lot of stuff, and a lot of it was half finished, and a lot of it was not complete, and you boiled it down to a proper album and gave it all structure and
Yeah, and there's a couple of songs that as well didn't make it to that, and like real side stories. Very quickly, sorry. I was out on the roof the other night and cycling through, and the stairs was something on
Chance Encounters
on the Stairs came on,
Tune.
and I haven't heard that song for years, and it didn't make the album, and it was always one of my favourite. I think it was when you had recorded it, it was slightly out of time, so it made. We didn't put as much effort into it, but it came on, and I remember listening to it, and I even went into Mel and I was like, look, you have to listen to this tune, man, it's amazing, I haven't heard this for years. And we sat in the kitchen and really appreciated
Wicked.
a really cool tune, and it's a shame, and maybe we should have a little bash at that, because that's a really cool tune.
There's a number of them. It's done properly in that it was however many tracks narrowed down to the 12 that
That's
got
it.
picks.
Yeah.
Is it 12?
12 tracks, yeah.
7 billion. It did come out in 2017.
Yeah.
It's a
It
good album.
started quite it took quite a long time. I'm
Yeah.
quite a slow guy, which although
I think it's you take things at your own
probably
pace.
something. Yeah, totally. And actually, like, that was the first thing that I had been attached to as a producer that where am I going with this? That kind of forced me to put something out. Well, that kind of led on to Boss, which was something that forced me. I would always like make all this music for myself and just hoard it and like appreciate it for myself.
Well, yeah, and when we were working on that originally, it was going to be like my follow-up to the solo stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
But then, because it became quite clear that you were putting a lot of input into it, that was when actually it was Abby that came up with Cosmic Bos.
Nice, yeah.
Because we were saying about having
Magic
a
Forest.
name that like wasn't just me.
Yeah.
And wasn't like and
It encompassed like
merged the whole
the idea
thing.
of a collective. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was totally wrong with the timeline, wasn't it? Because you were working while I was travelling. You were rehearsing, weren't you, with Paul and Charlie?
Yeah.
So the band
met a
kind
cassette.
of you stopped rehearsing for the band, but started rehearsing.
Oh, yeah, we did.
songs,
Yeah.
songs for that.
I've got some recordings of that like on my phone.
Yeah, I
and
remember
they
you
sound
sending
great.
them to me. I remember
Yeah.
specifically sitting on a balcony watching like the studio, the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
Going, mate, I'd be way better if it was if I was there, mate. Yeah, long time ago, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Lucky Lampshade was one of the best songs, your favourites from that album?
One of, yeah, for sure. Half a Dance is another one because that was like the first song that we did off of it, and
We shot
it
a
was
video for that
yeah,
as
it came
well,
out really
didn't
early,
we?
and I just like nailed it in first
Yeah.
time and didn't have to revisit much of it. And Pondering, which was totally the opposite story, but just all of a sudden one evening, 2 days before like release, it just came to life.
I
And that was
remember
awesome.
again you playing that to me and thinking, mate, it sounded nothing like this yesterday or 2 weeks ago or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
literally said I flipped it on its
It kind of
head.
changed overnight.
I mean-
I pretty much deleted every, I think, grab all and delete, and then start again. Just kept
You
the
kept
vocal.
vocal, yeah. My other favourite one from the record is Everything Is Okay, I think, because that is the three of us
Oh,
with
that
a
was
live
really-
recording.
Yeah, that was a magic moment. I think.
Yeah,
wasn't
that
it?
was kind of like the first of those. Just the three of us doing that.
Almost the birth of Boss.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah.
thing. Wicked.
Should we let a little? I kind of need a wee.
Yeah,
Let's take that away. Let's have a song.
Are you picking it or shall I pick it?
Yeah, go on. You can pick it.
You don't want to get Cilla back.
No, we don't need to play that again, but we can play another game in a bit. But I'm going to pick Arms Around Me because you
nice.
two wrote a version of this for my wedding.
Yeah, we did. This was like.
I don't remember it, I was too drunk. You're having a little dance with your microphone.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. This is for your wedding.
Yeah,
This is a really magical song, and so backstory is that you didn't know about this song
No.
until
We kept it a
we kind of
secret,
kept it
yeah.
a secret. Me and Andy had a secret listen through before the listen through with you,
Yeah.
and we like took it off the list, mate.
Yeah, cool.
And
Well,
that-
no, but it came out as Boss.
We did put it out as Boss, but that was after your wedding, so we
After
were
the
hiding
wedding.
this song
Yeah.
Oh
from you.
man, like I knew you were going to do something. I'm
Yeah.
not stupid.
Has this got the sample? This version
It's
doesn't have the lyrics on though, does it? For the
No,
wedding.
it doesn't have the wedding ones.
No,
No,
it's got
so we-
Dre.
It's got Dre, but
got
okay, so
my wife singing on it.
like for
Singing.
listeners' sake, that there's another version of this that we're talking about, which me and Andy wrote our best man speech over for your wedding,
Yeah.
and then it came in with Dre doing the
This
whatever
bit,
she was
the
doing
bit
down
we're
the
about to
beach.
hear. Yeah, I don't remember any of the version from the wedding.
Me
I was
neither.
quite drunk, but
We could try and
thanks.
sing it over it while it's on.
I don't
Nah,
think you should.
No.
This is Arms Around Me.
Space, not spice. Now we can take tiny space, man. Now we can take tiny space, man. Tiny space, man. Woo!
I can't see, but I can feel your arms around me.
Did someone say tiny? Tiny. Did someone say tiny? Tiny. Did someone say space? Not spice. Now we can take tiny spaceman. Now we can take tiny spaceman. Tiny spaceman! Woo! Tiny spaceman! Oh my God!
Your arms around me. But I can feel your touch. With those arms around I can't see, but I can feel your arms around me. But I can feel your touch. With those arms around
We did feature a female earlier.
We did, yeah.
Do you
Yeah, she
remember,
was.
Do you remember recording that? That speech of Dre?
Yeah, that was on
Yeah.
New Year, wasn't it?
New Year's Eve.
Down the seafront. She was going absolutely mental.
And we had a little singing, but we must have been. You can hear it a bit in there. There's
Singing
something
bowl,
we're hearing.
Yeah, there's a
No, you had your little
like
drum.
tin drum
Your
thing.
little-
Yeah. Mel got a hand pan.
Yeah,
Is that hand pan?
Handy pan.
Oh, yeah,
Handy
playing it with your
handy.
thumbs. That was cool. Yeah, I just remember being slightly inebriated. I had to walk her home that night. It was painful. It was painful.
Wait, where were you living then?
I was,
Oh, you were over the other
on a
way there,
flat.
yeah.
But funny story was we stopped, and then she lost her phone. We were on the beach, so I was like, "Well, mate, there is no way we're ever gonna find your phone."
Yeah.
2 seconds later, mate, there
Yeah, it
it
was.
was.
There
Not
was.
2 seconds.
Did you ring it?
No.
How
they're
far
dead.
from how far from knowing that you had dropped the phone to finding it was it?
How far away?
Yeah.
50 meters.
Oh right. That's pretty good find. Yeah, that's pretty
It was like
fortunate.
2 o'clock in the morning or something. But yeah, she yeah, that was funny. And then you turned that into a song for me. That was great.
So yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Is that why you picked it?
Well, yeah, because it's a really nice memory for me. I recorded the audio down on the seafront when she was going crazy, and and for us,
It sounds pretty good though. Like
Yeah.
considering it's just recorded for your phone.
She was
Yeah,
being very
well,
loud. So
she was being really loud. It's had a lot of
Yeah.
processing and stuff.
You can actually hear the three of us laughing quite a bit. I
Yeah,
assume,
yeah.
throughout it.
I've just come up with a segue.
Ooh.
That beach on which Arms Around Me was recorded is the same beach that we filmed Up Is the Only Way.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a cool video.
Yeah.
And we did some reverse video footage for that, didn't we?
Reverse
Which-
video.
Sure. This was one of the first video that featured all three of us in, I believe,
Yeah,
at once.
it was
Maybe.
only our
Um,
6th video or something.
Yeah, and we went, look, we've got no idea. Let's just film a load of stuff going up and see what happens.
I love some of there's like a deleted scene, isn't there, of you like throwing stones up and you
Yeah.
can't see any of them on the camera.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It didn't work. But the bubbles look great, don't they?
Yeah,
In
bubbles
reverse
look good.
going up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, should we play Up Is the Only Way?
That kind of that became a bit of a symbol for us. The arms up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was a big turning point for us musically and productionally.
Is that a word?
It was a bit of a turning point. We kind of really nailed that kind of dance feel, and it was it was the first time that we've really got it. Like,
You
Yeah,
say we,
I
you
think-
cut it.
me,
right?
yeah, okay. The first time I felt that I had
So I think
nailed it.
you were getting close in the episode before with Pinch Me I'm Dreaming,
Yeah.
and that was like your lead in. But yeah, I agree. Up Is the Only Way is where you were like.
Yeah.
I remember the first time you played it to me that we were driving to a radio interview,
show, yeah.
which was meant to be the whole of Meta Cassette, but 2 members of the 5-piece decided not to turn up.
Yeah,
and
you
then
had
Nick
bailed.
I was one of them.
and Christian
Do you
bailed on
want
us.
to know why I bailed?
The
no,
guy's
I was at
tangent.
work. Stuck at work.
He was
Yeah,
stuck at
yeah.
work,
Yeah.
and so we were going on up there, and we were like, "Oh, we're going to be performing some like acoustic renditions of Meta Cassette tunes."
Yeah.
And Macey plays me Up Is the Only Way, and the only thing I can say to him is like, we should give this to them. They should be playing this.
Yeah, we actually had the conversation.
Yeah.
This did get spun on BBC Introducing.
It did, yeah, it did. Wow.
Wow.
It's cool. I got a message from a guy that I really respect as a guy who's got what I would consider very good ears. Like,
good as in they work well or
good looking.
Yeah, well, no, they work very well. Like, you know, he used to have a record label and stuff. Anyway, and he really liked the song. And we were talking. We were on our way to London one day for something, can't remember what. And I was asking him, how do you make a really good dance tune? And then 2 weeks later, this song happened to come up in the list of things to do. Yeah, man. And he's like, oh, you're a quick learner.
Excellent.
I also remember the first time I heard it, which was in driving home, and thinking, like, there's no way this is just thought it had Ash on it, did it?
Yeah.
Featuring Ashley Carter.
Oh, man.
I was
Ash,
like,
what a hero.
I was like, there's no way this was just recorded by the four of us. It sounded so big.
Although I feel like it might have been the very first track from that session and not had Ash in it.
I don't know. It's got a pretty powerful key.
Yeah. He's pretty good with the
He's
keys.
amazing.
He's amazing.
He should be a locksmith.
Hey! And on that note,
key goes.
up is the only way.
Say
the demons are coming out now. Oh, hello, demons. Bye, demons. Oh, hello, demons. Bye, demons. Bye, demons. Oh, hello, demons. Bye, demons. Bye, demons. Bye, demons. Bye, demons.
This one came from Andy. That was crazy. We go through this like stage every month where I get given a load of songs that you've done and that I've done and that Andy's done, and it's obviously got to mix all this stuff. 9 times out of 10, it's absolutely cool. And every now and then, Andy chucks a little nugget, and you listen to it and you're like, Jesus, man, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing to me?
Was that one of them?
That was one of them, and it's usually a bit of a nightmare, but it often comes out really well. It's really funny.
That's we're talking about Hello Demons.
Hello Demons, yeah.
Sorry, we only mentioned Up Is the Only Way.
Yeah,
before,
we tagged that.
We threw in a second song.
Yeah, tag that in on the
Hello
end.
Demons. So yeah,
Hello Demons. What a cool song though.
I remember actually sitting there because most of the song was the
Yeah.
and then you found the.
I think I made it somehow. We have this rule in Bos where you're not allowed to re-record anything. Like once you've been in the session, it's recorded, and don't touch anything. So, however, there's a lot of like workarounds, the little tricks that you can do to.
You can bend the rules occasionally.
You can totally bend the rules.
It's not bending the rules though, because we're called revisation when we're revising it. Like if you played 2 notes here and then 2 notes here,
just
and you make
together.
It a 4 note,
Yeah,
like
that's kind of crafted that a little
music,
bit.
man. Like,
yeah.
And that song is a perfect example of that because that was cut out of the like testing track. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
From the very opening when we were just testing the instruments and stuff, and it was Nick and me bouncing backwards and forwards. The actual vocal was about testing the microphones and testing the instruments, and you're complaining about instruments not working, and I think there was like a fuzz or something, which that's what led me to go,
oh, the demons are coming out now. Hello, demons.
And then you went,
hi, demons.
Or something.
I mean, I'd say it was a 2-minute banger.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's totally insane, but
it's really cool, man. And like kudos to Andy because you have to have like a special idea to get to that. And there's a lot of our really unique, quirky songs that come from you, and it's really cool.
So that's it, yeah. So really, over the period of Bos, you've taught me and Andy how to do this.
Yeah,
like
kind of. I guess.
How to use Logic, basically. You kind of have.
Yeah,
like
maybe,
we both had like a small understanding through recording projects and whatever. But like, I didn't start cutting until episode 5.
Yeah,
you two done the first 4 episodes on your own.
I didn't. I
cut the first on my own.
Yeah.
Right.
Episodes 1, 2, and then 3 I did on my own.
Yeah.
But 3 I couldn't do, so I
3
gave
was
you
tough,
3.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know what to do here.
No.
The only song I managed to properly cut, I think, was "Pinch Me, I'm Dreaming,"
Right.
which was like
yeah, that's one of the few occasions where I've broken the rules, and like especially with episode 3, like a lot of the drum, we were still trying to work out how it all worked, and like how do you get the drum beats to do stuff, and that was one of the few occasions where I've re-recorded the drums and stuff.
And
like
plus,
that.
it was only me and you.
Yeah, yeah,
so
it's
it was in the episode.
Some might say that you were missing an important element there.
What's that?
Well, someone was
Someone
meant to
else
be
was
there,
better.
but he just didn't
Oh,
turn up.
Did
right.
I? This is becoming a theme, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Mate, remember that Jeffrey's not here. I'm here. It's
Yeah,
Jeffrey that's not here.
But yeah, like, as in, you're right, for the first year of Cosmic Bos developing into improvisation, because we did 7 billion,
Yeah.
and we put that out, and then pretty much straight away we went into developing what we wanted to do with the improv thing, because
Yeah.
we'd done like a test version at
we've
my
done a-
stag do.
Yeah, that's
It was
right.
basically like a bunch of sitting around and me and you
Just having a
recording and
chat.
improvising
Kevin,
nonsense.
was Kevin they were playing FIFA or something? Was that? Or was
Yeah,
that
I
someone?
was in Singapore.
You were in Singapore.
We FaceTimed.
Yeah, that's
Had a
right.
catch up, and
Yeah.
it was like 4 a.m. for me.
Yeah, and we came out with some really cool tunes. Came out of that first one. There's
Yeah.
Get Up. Oh no.
What's it?
Get yourself that groovy feeling with the
That's it.
vocoder.
Get
I never saw the light. Man. What a great tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tune.
Yeah.
And then
There's a
like
few others on it.
it was shortly after 7 billion came out, I think, that we locked in, because your parents were away, so at your parents'
we
house
turned that
we
into a little studio for the weekend. or something.
went and did the pilot,
Yeah.
which was also just me and you,
Yeah, that's right.
and that had Total Waste of a Carpet on it. Oh, what a tune!
Waste of a carpet.
Has anybody heard it?
What
It's
else
on.
is
It's
on?
available. You
It's
can, if you go
available.
on YouTube, you can find.
It's rubbish,
the Cosmic
though,
Bos.
but-
It's
Is it
not.
not
It's
on,
not terrible.
Is it not on YouTube?
It is on YouTube.
Spotify?
It's, no, we never released it as an official part because we were just piloting it.
Carpet. I don't even have it on my phone.
So yeah, this is when 2018. We started recording for episode 1 in 2018, right?
Yeah. So we did the pilot first, and then we cut and we put that out in August of 17.
Yeah.
Must have been.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, 18.
And then we because we recorded a few sessions
Yeah.
again when we turned your parents' house into a studio, and that's, I assume, yeah, we would done 1, 2, and 3, and 4. No.
We did 1, 2, and 3 at
yeah.
and there, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 we
We've done
recorded in
yours.
my spare room.
Yeah. Rock and
We
roll,
are a
man.
bedroom.
Rock
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, it's
roll.
pretty cool, man. Like, you know, the stuff that we've come out with the last couple of years that have all just been bedroom recorded.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's such a cool way of doing
I
it.
think it's the modern way now, though, man. Like modern music,
Everyone's a bedroom
everyone
producer.
can do it. Everyone's a photographer. Everyone's a
Yeah, that's
videographer.
right.
Like, which is awesome, but like also it's toilet at the same time.
Well, ultimately, it comes down to like if you've got ideas, like, if you've got something that you actually want to express or
Yeah,
explore.
yeah.
Like the fun thing about sitting around and improvising music is when we come up with something that like none of us expect, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like
for sure.
if it's that sense of like, oh, we're going in and we're rehearsing a bunch of songs ready to perform a
Yeah, or
concert or
writing or
something.
whatever.
like,
Yeah.
the whole
You'd
freedom
never-
of just being that, like, oh, we're just getting lost in the music.
Yeah, that's right. You'd never, when me and Nick were writing songs years before, I'd never once come up to him and say, oh, look, man, I've got this really cool line ready. Groove jelly, groove jelly. Although that wouldn't be that bad.
That's a tune.
You can make that pretty
But
cool.
yeah.
But yeah, there's been a few occasions like that. Or, yeah, I got a new song, man, called Susie's Blue Suede Sue.
Yeah.
What do you think?
But I guess on the flip side of that, though, regularly, even when the three of us would see each other, we would jam.
Yeah, always, yeah.
So we'd often be just there's
that whole thing
10,000
of-
hours of stuff that's just never ever
Yeah,
going to get heard
it's like
ever.
recording your jams.
Like,
Yeah, but that's like the 10,000 hours of practice to
Of
get to the
course,
point,
yeah.
isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think it's an age now of you're getting a lot of people who are now self-producing and self-releasing.
Yeah.
Like
it's because the ability to do it is so
it's accessible.
yeah, it's readily available
Yeah.
where it never was. Like I was thinking about like when I was a teenager, when I was Anya's age, the best you could do is kind of record a demo of yourself playing guitar into a crappy little tape player.
Yeah.
Using a little microphone that was in the tape player, and it sounded horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
and
now it sounds like studio quality when it's coming out your phone.
Yeah,
It's
and it's super easy. You know, there's a lot of stuff now that allows you to be able to do like one-click production.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's my kind of production. One click.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be Boss wouldn't exist. You wouldn't be able to release an album a month, 12 songs a month for 2 years ish, without having like real quick wins and good templates and stuff.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's the creative exploration, isn't it? It's like, why are you making music? If you're making music because you want to make money, then that's when you should be learning other people's songs and practicing for those reasons. But if you're doing it because you love music, then you want to see what music can do. Isn't it? Music's such an expansive thing.
Yeah.
That any chance to go down that rabbit hole and go like, well, what
can we do? Yeah. What happens here? What if we push this button?
But this project's brilliant for me because I've learnt how like kind of self-taught piano to a very basic standard, but I now can play it. And I mean, bass and guitar's fine, but synth and whatever, like pushing, try new things. I guess we've always kind of been like that. Even when writing songs together, we've always tried to do something a little different.
Yeah, well, I mean, doing the same as everyone's boring.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Once you've written like a few hundred songs, you're not going to sit there and purposely write something that goes G, C, D, unless you're doing it in a different medium. So like Half a Dance is a good example. Like really, when it's stripped back, it's guitar, it's G, C, D. But because I wrote it on a synth rather than on a guitar. It's like it builds on what that thing does rather than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cool.
Yeah, man. Learned a lot, mate.
Learned a lot, just him.
Right, let's have a song, I reckon.
Let's have a couple of songs,
I reckon. Have a couple of songs, right. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
7.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that song. And then...
what song's that?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to
do you want me to tell you what song that was?
Oh, yeah, go on then.
That song was Waiting.
Waiting.
Okay.
Yeah,
and after Waiting, we're going to hear...
number 2.
Okay.
That is Wire Shoelaces.
Your favourite.
Oh, man, I do, which is what's playing underneath us now. I don't know what it is about this song, but it is my favourite. I can't remember who... Did I cut it? Maybe I cut it. Maybe that's why I think you did cut it.
I reckon we should hold fire, listen to it, and then you tell us it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So this is Waiting and Wire Shoelaces. Clean up on aisle 5.
wait and feel, waiting.
breathing on time. I come from the distance, bring my own mind. I'll be here waiting, walking for miles on your piece of string. By my shoelace, lifted me high.
Play it, Ash. Yeah, fade it out.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Oh yeah, fade it out.
Longer than I remember.
It's back.
The song's back as well. Yeah.
That was Ashley Carter playing piano on that, right?
Yeah, well, it is a really cool
Yeah.
tune.
That is, so we were previously saying,
Previously on.
like you love this song. This song, every time you mention it, which is a lot,
Every
you're
time
like, oh,
there's
it's the best song ever.
Pick 3 songs.
Yeah.
Um,
Why is this one of your favourite songs?
I don't know. There's nothing like specifically special about it. I think it's just got a really nice like flavour to it. It just sits on this like ding 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 ding, and you can just bounce on it. If you can't see, I'm just bouncing it.
It's also one of the first ones that you were doing, cutting up and sampling. The vocal, wasn't it?
Sampling. We went for a stage of doing that.
Yeah.
Like a few episodes featured samples. I think it was like a new trick you learned or something.
Oh, sorry, man. I was thinking about something different.
Actually, we started playing around with it on episode 3.
Cool.
I think the very first one was Old Country.
Country.
That one,
Beautiful sound.
But yeah, it wasn't really a strong contender for anything. And then it was Wire Shoelaces in episode 4 that you did it on, and then in episode 5 I think you did Bob's Your Uncle.
Bob's Your Uncle, yeah.
That you started playing around more with it, and Arms Around Me was episode 5 as well, which was the one we heard earlier with Dre, which also has sampling.
Me and Dre actually recorded the sample on that, I believe. We were at yours, and you said to me when we were recording it as a because you had built the song obviously and done the wedding song thing, and then Dre and I came in to record the tiny
the
Spurs.
thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you actually laid the sample.
Me and Dre, mate. Yeah, got Dre in.
Cool.
So there you go.
But
Wire Shoelaces.
Wire Shoelaces. It's just a cool little tune, and there's nothing special about it, but I really like it.
Yeah, cool. It's got groove.
It has got groove. I think I used to drive to it a lot.
Nice driving song.
It's a nice driving song.
You're not into the like albums for dads, which is like 70s and 80s rock.
No,
or as they say, best for cars.
No, occasionally.
Volume 2, featuring Wire Shoelaces.
Lifting. I just like to be lifted higher, mate.
Yeah. It's an interesting lyric.
What is the lyric?
Hired by my shoelaces.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't obviously because it's sampled. That wasn't the whole. That'd be interesting actually to go back to that song and see what that was taken from.
From knowledge and improvised?
Yeah, it's an improvised
rather than no sets of lyrics.
Well, that was it. Episode 4, we didn't have any lyrics at that point. Yeah, so all of episode 4 was improvised, and all of episode 5, except for I think episode 5 was when we got the lyrics in, because Workers is a set of lyrics, and Imaginary Friends is a set of lyrics. There's a couple of sets of lyrics in 5. That was when we started using them.
So we recorded.
Imaginary Friends was one of is
an old song.
Yeah,
7 billion.
But it could be. So it is. Or it was already existing as a Boss song.
I prefer the Boss version.
I don't remember either,
version.
to be honest.
So I seem to remember recording 4 and 5 quite closely together with Ash.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
They were a couple of weeks apart. They weren't.
Yeah. Well, if they were both with Ash,
4 and 5 were.
Surely would have been like this couple of days because he's only in town ever.
I think back then he was still around for a little bit longer. I think it was like a couple of weeks apart.
He was living in France, I think, at the time, wasn't he? And he was back, and he was in the process of moving back from France, wasn't he?
Yeah. And at that time we'd set up basically in my spare room, and we'd left the setup was there for a chunk of time.
Right. And then he came back the next weekend or something.
Yeah. I also seem to remember the first episode 4 he stuck to piano because he's a very good pianist.
Yeah.
He's very good. But then episode 5 he took the bass a little bit, and which is funny because I hadn't seen him in years and years.
Yeah.
And I also didn't know him that well, really.
Well, he was a key part of what helped Boss grow into being more musically diverse, because he's a really awesome pianist, which was an angle that we were not in that same ability to explore that.
I think it was having someone else that was like he as a person is really musically gifted and had like a more classical understanding of music, and he really knew the theory of music, whereas we don't. We just get I'll give you a guitar, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, cool, blah blah blah. So actually, someone coming in and being like changed the way that we played and thought about it.
I think as well is he allowed to pick some of his chord choices were amazing. Like what to complement what we were doing. And more ledge.
Imaginary Friends is a really cool example of this. We should listen to it now. Where Ash leads the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a cool song.
Well, should we listen to it?
And there's another song that we mentioned earlier that we should play after it.
About Bob's Your Uncle. Because we were talking about the sample. So that's from episode 5 as well.
Episode 5.
Okay.
So let's take you all the way back to episode 5 with Imaginary Friends and Bob's Your Uncle.
Knows no end. Am I a man or merely a memory of a man? Remembering the same streetscape. Treading the same routes, wearing the same shoes. Back when I was 10, down in the cheap booth with nothing to lose. My imaginary friend. The same roots, wearing the same shoes. Back when I was 10, down in the cheap shoes, down in the cheap boots, and nothing but my imaginary friend. My imaginary friend, same roots, wearing the same shoes.
through to Bob on line 5. How may I help you tonight?
Bob's your uncle. But is it cool? Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle. But is it cool? Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle. But is it cool? Yeah, he's cool. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle. But is it cool? Is it cool? Is it cool? Cool. No, he's uncle. Is it cool? Is it cool? Cool. No, he's uncle. He's uncle. No, he's uncle. Is it cool? Is it cool? 'Cause he's cool.
Hello, you're through to Bob on line 5. How may I help you tonight?
I was just wondering what you were doing this evening.
I'm manning this emergency line, sir.
Oh,
Is there anything else I can help you with?
well, what's this line for?
It's for if you need to call your uncle.
Ah,
I'm Bob.
Bob,
Yeah, that's right, I'm Bob, the uncle. Yeah, that's right, I'm on call.
Is it cool? Is it cool? Cool. No, he's uncle. Is it cool? Is it cool? Cool. No, he's uncle. Is it cool? Is it cool? Cool. No, he's uncle. He's uncle. He's uncle. He's uncle. He's uncle.
Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle.
Bob, is he uncle? It's a stupid joke.
It is a
It's
silly
a
joke.
ridiculous joke.
I like it.
Was that from a set of lyrics? I assume not.
No, I imagine it was just like it probably said Bob's your uncle on like one of our sheets of words that we had
I reckon.
at that time.
Yeah.
Or
Don't
I probably,
remember.
or maybe it was because it was around that sort of time that I would usually come up with a stupid joke at the beginning
yeah,
of the session,
it's definitely a
just to see if it would
Yeah.
stick.
It's definitely because it was just there was like a phone call at the beginning. This is where it shows that we don't actually listen to the songs.
yeah. You would clean up an R5 or whatever.
Yeah, that was. But then in the actual original raw thing, that was the end part of it.
Yeah, I switched
it
them
did
round.
Start all around with
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
But is he cool?
No, he's uncle.
That's like was sampled, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to hear the original melody of what we sang there.
So actually, I think that you had done the cut of it and handed it to me, and I like switched it around and sampled it and changed.
And it came out
into like a dance
lovely.
bit. It's kind of lovely.
Lovely, jubbly.
Damn.
Kind of lovely.
And Imaginary Friends, I think, is pretty good also.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's an old set of lyrics of Andy's.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned it was previously a song.
It was one of the songs from the 7 Billion set.
They
that
didn't
I
make
gave
the
Macy.
cut, so we reused the lyric. Recycle your lyrics, guys.
Yeah, it was one of the ones that when we were doing like live Cosmic Bos, when we were practicing, Imaginary Friends was one of the ones that we could do quite well.
In the
I can't
band,
remember.
as the
Yeah,
band.
as a band.
Yeah.
Because like some of them we couldn't do at all. They just didn't really translate into a band, but certain ones did.
Even Half a Dance being one of those didn't.
Yeah, we
You
couldn't
were
get into
Warp
quite,
Zones
you
on
were
the
quite
other
a lot of that sampled though, didn't you?
Yeah. Warp Zones was awesome to play as a band.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
In fact, when I came back, that was the one that we jammed. We didn't really jam any of the others.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wicked. Good times. A little birdie told me, Andy, that you might have a game.
Well, I got a text from Jethro, and he was just saying to me, like, how's it going, guys? He still hasn't found Jeffrey.
I'm not surprised. It's only been like an hour and a half.
Well, yeah, but he said,
doesn't-
idea for a game. Why don't you do a blind date style thing with 3 of the songs?
So dated.
We've
man.
done that, man. That's
Yeah,
so
but
half an hour ago.
I'll write back to him and say, that's a great idea. Thanks very much, Jeffrey. Have a banana. Okay, cool.
Jeffrey, have a banana.
Sorry, Jeff. Damn it, I
you
already
sent
sent
it.
it. Okay.
Can you recall it?
No, I can't. Oh, he's annoyed. Okay, I'll just put the phone away. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I've got 3 songs, so you can ask. Should we get Cilla Black? Cilla Black back?
You want to get Cilla Black back?
Cilla
Should we
Black.
get Cilla Black
Yeah,
back?
let me get her.
Cilla. Oh, hello there, me old loves. How we doing? Ready for another round of blind dates, are we?
Yeah.
All right, so your game idea is to do the same game. Brilliant. We are brilliant. Okay, take it away. I've lost him. Okay.
No, don't worry, I'm back. Just have to go and snort more. Right, so you got 3 lovely songs all lined up, all hairy chested.
Okay,
You can ask him a question.
The hairy chest songs this time.
Hello, Harry Trusted Songs.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. That one's not got quite as much hair on his chest.
Hello, yeah, curly son.
Okay. What's
Well,
your question?
you
Just
go
number
ask him a
1.
question.
Well, number 2.
Hello.
When I put my trousers on in the morning, I put my right leg in first. What leg would you put on?
I find that very difficult to answer because my species only has tentacles and no legs.
Ooh. Thanks,
Oh,
number
there's a bit of a clue
1.
there, wasn't there? Good work.
Okay.
Number 2.
That was number 2 that you
That
just
was number
asked.
2. Number 3.
Yes.
If you were an automobile, what type of automobile would you be, and what's your mileage?
Ooh, interesting question there.
I would be a convertible, honey, and you could take me all over town.
Oh.
What's your mileage?
That was it. All
All
over
over
town.
town.
I've been all over town many times.
That's your mileage.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
You might live in a really small town, therefore your mileage is like 28.
I get a lot of passengers.
Interesting clue.
Yeah.
Just trying to help you out, mate.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So number 1 then. In my bag, I've got a toothpaste, a pencil, a cheese grater, and a bottle of wine. Where would you take me with these items?
I wouldn't come anywhere near you. I would strap on lots of protection and lock you in a cupboard somewhere.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Probably steal your wine, but disinfect it first.
You sound pretty scary, which intrigues me.
I've got the clues. I think I'll go
Do
through
you
it.
reckon you can guess the song?
But
I guess it's
where's Cilla?
Guys, I'm right here, loves. Don't worry about me. You ready? So, which one of these songs would you like? Actually, you can take 2 on them.
I
You
can
can have a
take 2.
double date.
Well, I think I know one of them, and I believe we've met before. So I'm going to choose song number 2.
All right, so you want song number 2. Which other one do you want? So you can
You
have
get
song
to
number
pick
1
2.
or song number 3.
And then we'll
2.
give you see who you missed.
And number 3.
Oh, number 3.
I wanted you to pick number 1.
Yeah,
number 1?
so you
Well,
ready?
you'll find out.
You
We'll
ready?
find
You're
out.
going to see who you haven't picked. Come out, number 1. Oh, look, it's overreacting this. Oh yeah, he didn't want me again.
Great. But let's see what
so that's what I didn't get. What did I get?
You're going on a double. It's a date with just one other person. It's a triple date, isn't it?
Triple date.
Yeah,
Is it?
in this world, no.
Not in this world.
No,
It's actually third wheeling, isn't it? Someone's third wheeling.
All right, who's
The thing about Cilla Black is I'm dead, you see, so you've had to do this as a seance. You summoned me from the other side.
Yeah, brilliant. It's lovely to see you again, Cilla.
Right, so, in the order that you chose them, you've chosen number 2. If the aliens come, that's all lovely. And that's to be followed by the lovely, absolutely beautiful turning tricks.
Lovely. Okay.
So yeah, let's hear those tasty musics.
Gee whiz, man, what the hell was that? I think an alien spaceship just landed out back.
Well, calm down, man. Chill out and relax. And let's go and investigate. We'll come right back.
Well, I heard that these guys have been here before, picking up cows and dropping them to earth and putting fingers in people's assholes.
Whoa, there's no need to be a homophobe.
Dude, I don't want no anal probe.
Okay, I understand your fear, but perhaps there's another reason why they've landed here.
What? They came down to share the technology, trying to teach us how to become a force within the galaxy?
Yeah, damn right, you hit the nail on the head. You think if they wanted to kill you, wouldn't already be dead? You just remember what Grickanis said.
Nah, man, I'ma turn this little grey dude red.
If the aliens do come, do we have to turn and run? Do we meet them with a smile or do we greet them with a gun? If the aliens do come, do we have to turn and run? Tell me, what would you do if you met an alien?
Oh no! Alien invader! Quick, somebody pass me the lightsaber. Look at me, I'm humanity's savior. I'm about to go toe-to-toe with Darth Vader.
Yo, man, not everyone knows about Star Wars. This little grey dude ain't even walked out of his door. Maybe he's just sipping coffee, chilling in his spaceship. There's no need for you to be alien racist.
Dude, this guy's an extraterrestrial. He needs to go and find himself another planet to rule.
No way, you need to go back to school and find yourself an education what aliens actually do. We're alien to them too.
What? You think we're making history for planet Beta Alpha Zulu? These guys got lasers and spaceships.
Well, maybe we can visit their planet on a day trip.
If the aliens do come, do we have to turn and run? Do we meet them with a smile or do we greet them with a gun? If the aliens do come, do we have to turn and run? Tell me, what would you do if you met an alien?
Quick, I need a direct line for the president. We need to get the armed forces down here to finish them.
This is your president speaking. Unfortunately, I'm down in Miami for the weekend.
This is the 6th holiday this guy's had this year. Now we're gonna have to be the ones to take control of it.
Look, the door's opening on his ship.
Quick, hide before you get the Vulcan death grip.
Hello there, you little grey guy. My name is Jax of Earth. What do you go by? Mace, dude, come here, he's friendly. He's waving his white flag, he don't wanna be our enemy.
Nah, I think I'll stay here in safety. I don't wanna be made into some sort of alien mincemeat.
Well, I don't understand a word he's saying to me.
Okay, I'll go get the alien dictionary.
If the aliens do come, do we have to turn and run? Do we meet them with a smile or do we greet them with a gun? If the aliens do come, do we have to turn and run? Tell me, what would you do if you met an alien? In the streets of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the streets of the night, in the streets of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the streets of the night.
Hey, I'm at it again. You just pretend. When will it end? Love these fake friends. I just keep on going. You can't seem to stop. Heading right up, straight for the top. Why you keep acting like you forgot? I just keep on going. I can't seem to stop. Been around the block many, many times. Do what I want. Everybody lies. Yeah, everybody lies. Everybody lies. Yeah, everybody lies.
In the street of the night, in the street of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the street of the night, in the street of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the street of the night,
I'm high all the time, got too much on my mind. Tired of scraping by and saying that I'm fine. When some luck gon' end up my way, I keep it real, they playing pretend. Yeah, back on my feet, but I don't get much sleep. And some people stuck, they just keep on repeat. And some people stuck, they just keep on repeat. And some people stuck, they just keep on repeat. Clearing out these friends, they just keep on deleting. Back to reality, my circle small, I'm keeping.
in the street of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the street of the night, in the street of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the street of the night, the street of the streets of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the streets of the night, in the streets of the night, the lady waits in vain. In the streets of the night, in the streets of the night, in the streets of the night.
Nice, man. I haven't heard that song for ages.
Thanks. So before we talk about that song, let's talk about Aliens, or If the Aliens Come. Why is that song important to you? Why did you pick it for this record, this podcast?
It reminds me of a time when I was living with my sister and hanging out with you. You were there.
I was there. Yeah.
Can you give us a year?
I probably couldn't. Maybe at 12.
No, it's not that early. 15 maybe. 213 or 14.
Must have been 13,
yeah.
14, yeah.
So we were in a band, and
a bit of a break from it or something. Well, we had loads. We had a bit more time.
Did Jim move to London? Maybe.
Was that then?
No, because maybe. Anyway, we found ourselves. We were rehearsing quite a lot as a band. Gypsy Magic, they're out there somewhere. You and I would just recorded a hip hop album, right?
Yeah. We had a bit of time on our hands, so yeah, we just set up in the kitchen and had started recording a hip hop album for some reason.
A bit of inspiration for this, right? Like,
there's a boss fun fact being that Kids Play Games was from those sessions that you guys did, and that made it onto 7-bit.
JMX. We never released anything.
No,
it was
we
like
should
kind
do,
of for
'cause
us.
some of it's alright.
Yeah. We did release something because Aliens was it?
Yeah. I think that's not really rapping, is it?
No, it was telling a story. It was a really cool story though, with the Darth Vader and stuff.
Yeah. We were genius.
I was genius.
It's our guilty conscience, isn't it?
Yeah, it's totally exactly the same. But I remember there was just a really cool concept, wasn't it? Like, if the aliens do come, what would you turn them around, or would you greet them with a smile?
Well, like you say, it's a nice backwards and forwards, which is something that Boss has done quite often.
I think again, I meant when we were recording JMX, we used to do it where we'd just have a synth Well, didn't we? A USB keyboard.
Yeah, yeah.
And we just pass it to and from each other.
Yeah.
And the
It
same
was
when
a
doing
cool little game.
vocals.
Yeah.
Like lay a harmony.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go, I go.
Yeah, we just like done. That was great fun. So a different way of doing kind of what we do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, man. And then Turning Tricks.
Donny Stacks.
Donny Stacks. So I think like roughly the same time that you were doing JMX, I was working with Donny Stacks.
You were?
Under the name square brackets ADJ, which I had to change because it was it's like a bit of code. So when you were typing into computers, it was screwing with computers. My name was a virus.
What's it code for?
Adjust. So if you're making an adjustment to something, you put square brackets ADJ.
Your name is just screwing up everyone.
Can we just confirm that it was ADJ because your initials, not because you're a DJ?
Yes. You can confirm that.
I knew that.
You knew that. You were just confirming
for
Macey.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I thought you were a DJ. You're not a DJ.
No, I mean, I have done a bit of DJing, but not enough that I would consider
Consider
myself
yourself
a DJ.
Right.
But I mean, I am a
You
DJ.
are a DJ.
And
Wow.
According to Faithless, you heard the band Faithless?
Yeah.
They've got a song that's called "God is a DJ."
Hey.
So
You're God.
According to Faithless, I am actually God. So.
I think I don't like. It would be interesting to know how many people have the initials ADJ.
There's a lot of gods out there. Yeah.
There'll be like if you amalgamate, are you God? Like you, a bit like Power Rangers. If you all come together, you become God.
Oh, okay. You have to have a collection of ADJs.
Yeah. But too many DJs can ruin it sometimes, can't it?
Too many DJs spoil the remix.
Yeah, potentially. Though, if you heard of a band called C2C, and you definitely
really
have.
Yeah.
My favourite song in the whole world is by them, and they're 4 DJs.
Exactly, that's 4 DJs. So that's too many, or that's 4.
No, too many DJs is too many, but 4's alright.
4's the right amount.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You can't have 2 and many.
But I'm just going to pull it back to Turning Tricks, which we did start about, Donny Stacks.
Yeah.
So you, as ADJ, you recorded some albums, right?
Me and Mr. Stacks recorded 3 albums in 2012, and we put them all out ourselves, and no one listened to them.
Yeah, sweet.
But it was great, and
are they available still?
Yeah, I think you can find them.
Spotify
bits of them.
and stuff.
They're not on Spotify because I had all of my solo stuff removed because of the aforementioned square brackets ADJ scenario.
You also had it removed because of you changed it to something else, which also got removed.
I
Right?
changed my name to Mr. Jackson, which is my name, and I was removed from Spotify because somebody else claimed my name. And your name, actually.
Was it Michael?
It wasn't Michael. He's registered as Michael Jackson. And I didn't want to register as Andy Jackson because it's the most common name in the world next to Michael Jackson.
Bethany?
Bethany Jackson could have been.
I think maybe if you were going to change it, it would be the Jackson part. I think, because otherwise you're forever going to be next to Michael Jackson.
That's true. Well, I'm ahead of him because A obviously is earlier in the alphabet than M. Right, a lot earlier.
A?
Yeah, A. It's the first letter.
Hang on, I don't understand. Say that again. A's before M.
Yeah.
In the alphabet.
Yeah, but you didn't. You went to Mr. Jackson, which is M. So R is after I. Therefore, Michael Jackson would be above you. So you should have gone with Andy Jackson.
You're right. I made a fatal mistake, and it cost me
everything.
Yeah, everything I put up as Mr. Jackson then got taken down.
But you recorded 3 albums with Donny Stacks,
yes,
right?
just quickly though, if you do search for that Mr. Jackson, you'll see he's only got like 2 listeners a month or something. So good luck, mate. Well done for taking my name. Hasn't worked out for you, has it?
I promote anybody called Mr. Jackson.
I do, except anybody who doesn't. Well, they took my records down.
Yeah, well, you came up with a silly name. It's your own fault.
It's my own fault. You're right.
Yeah. You only have yourself to blame.
I think what you should have done is done Mr. but spelt Mr. like Mister or something. Done it slightly different.
Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson. Anyway, it's pointless.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It does.
But
anyway, Donny Stacks. You're right. Donny Stacks is a rapper, and look at that. I brought it all back round. Just one foul
Why
maneuver.
did you pick Turning Tricks, Macey, for this podcast? You've picked all these songs, by the way. Have we mentioned that?
Don't know.
Okay. Macy picked all these songs.
Macy has
I quite
chosen all
liked
the
Turning
songs.
Tricks. I remember the session was on like during that. There was like 3 sessions we did in like a day or something over my birthday.
It was 2. There's 2 sessions in a day, but that's trying to record 24 improvised songs in a day.
It was pretty mental.
Yes.
And I just remember this was one that stuck out for me then. I quite enjoyed it. I remember like playing the piano on it. It was good fun. And I just got a new plug-in, which is like the vocal harmony thing.
Yeah,
so I was experimenting with that, and that was good fun. I haven't used it since.
So this was your birthday in 2018? 2019. This is the evening that you blame me for breaking your computer, isn't it?
Not breaking. You haven't
No,
broken
yeah,
it.
I just want to get that out there, you know.
For anyone who doesn't know about this incident, Nick spilled some rum and coke on Macy's computer.
Which Nick did not leave there, and
Yeah,
it
no,
wasn't his rum and coke. So double winning, I still have my drink, and it wasn't my fault. Even
I
though
had left the thing there, but I was conscious enough to leave it. And I'm
look.
pretty sure I warned you before. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it works.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
sorry,
got a bit.
man.
It's
I
got
was
some
only
sounds to it
thinking-
now, and
yes, I'm adding some new flavour to
Yeah,
your
add
mixes.
some flavour.
The age-old argument back again.
Yeah. But yeah, fortunately it didn't break it because otherwise we would have lost everything that we had just done.
So I'm going to ask you
And
a
it was a
question.
good effort. No, I'd like to go back to it because it was a good effort by everyone's wives and girlfriends to clear it up. I remember like it was all like the team just went.
Yeah.
There was rice everywhere and like paper towels. And
It's interesting that record. So that evening is the first time we ever recorded with people in the room.
Yeah.
There weren't
Audience.
recording. There was like 6 people like chatting.
Yeah, it didn't really work.
It
the
didn't
way that
really
we-
work. Also, I felt really bad for our wives because
just had to
we had all the music in headphones and we were loving it, and all they can hear is our squeaky voices going. Yeah.
Well, the idea of it, or the hope was, you'd have a party, and we'd kind of just go and do like our little music thing, and you know the party would be on, and we'd come back. But it actually turned into like, it'll be quiet while you do that, or like.
Yeah, no, they
was cool.
chatted still. I think the problem was that if we had like another 5 musicians
Yeah,
and
been
another
switching
5
in and
wives,
out.
then we were switching
Another
in and
5
out.
wives.
Yeah.
10
More
musicians
people, yeah,
and
but
10
then
wives.
I
But then
think
you'd have
what
way
the-
too much background noise to.
What about if
it was a
you-
bad idea.
Put them in a different room. I think the problem is we haven't got that many friends.
Well, what about if you find the band more like Fleetwood Mac and get those guys involved? Because aren't they
Yeah.
married to each other?
Oh,
so
yeah, well,
you're
that'd be
ticking
worse.
off.
ABBA as well. Are they
Get
all married
ABBA
to
in.
each other? Or are
Let's
they
get a time
family?
machine, go back in time, get these guys.
Oh right, get those
for
types.
new
Yeah.
Cosmic.
So I'd like to ask you a question, and that is, I want to talk about Joe. How do you know Joe? Joe Philogene.
Through Andy.
Through Andy. And do you like him?
Yeah, Joe's awesome.
Yeah.
So I remember being introduced to Joe on the first session at yours. Had I met him before the session? I don't think I had.
I hadn't.
And man, he's just like the warmest, friendliest person, man. And like you can tell there's a lot of depth to him. And he gave me a big hug, and I felt a lot
He's
of
a good
love.
hugger.
This was back in the day when you could give a big hug.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked is because maybe we could hear a couple of.
I think that's a great
couple of
idea.
songs
I
by
reckon
Joe.
we did 2 sessions with Joe,
Yeah,
which was great.
One of them is number 7.
Yeah, and the other one was number 14, 15, 15. So it was On Your Way was number 7, and Astral Swimming was number 15.
Yahweh is a really cool song. It's so chill. It's like almost meditative. Yeah, there was on that record. What number was it?
7.
7. Throughout the whole like mixing process on a few of these songs, there was this really like meditative kind of way about it, and specifically Yahweh and one of the other ones about the moon.
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, yeah. Whilst like listening to them and mixing them, you spend hours, like listening to the songs, and you just get. It was so meditative. It was those two songs were like 2 of my favourite like mix things.
I like that you've picked one from episode 7 of Joe and one from episode 15. from Joe.
Yeah.
Did you?
We've got 2 Joe songs, and we've got Boatman, isn't that there?
Boatman as well.
Boatman's there.
Yahweh and Boatman.
Boatman's just a cool little dance tune, and I like the way that he was like talking, his lyrics.
I remember the second session with him, so I'm the same as you. I only met him for the first time in that first session, and thinking this dude's like hella cool.
Yeah.
But because I'd met him, and maybe met him once in between, for the second session we recorded with him, I remember feeling way more comfortable, like from the off, rather than meeting somebody new for the first time.
Yeah.
And every time, I almost. Because he played Ngoni quite a lot on episode 7, we were like, oh man, he's going to play loads of Ngoni on episode 15, and he didn't.
He totally flipped
and we
it,
were like,
really.
oh man, maybe playing. But every time he was like, dude, let's just go with the flow. Let's see what happens. Like, let's record and we'll see what comes out.
That was the cool thing, man.
Oh man, Joe's one of my best mates. He's amazing, and I hope to make many records with him because he's got that amazing energy.
Should we listen to him?
Let's hear Yahweh and Boatman.
Let the moon shine her light. Yahweh. Let the boatman take you far, far away, far away, far
Originally had lots of my backing vocal in there, but I think we pretty much stripped it out because it didn't add anything to it. It was like Joe on his own sounded way better than me going Boatman behind it.
That's right.
Boatman.
Yeah, it did originally have Boatman.
Yeah.
But we took that
I
out.
do remember that, yeah.
Because that totally sounds like
Boatman.
Yeah. I like that song from that record because it's really dancey. Even the second session was quite meditative with him, I think.
Yeah, there's a few.
So that one like jumps out. Tune. Yeah, mate.
Absolute tune.
Absolute tune.
Should we get Cilla Black for one more round?
Yeah. Why not?
Hello, loves, how we doing? You're still having a good time, are you?
Okay. I think on an episode of Blind Date, she had to do 3 dates, surely. Like, it wasn't just one. day when it's.
No, that's right. You're remembering the format correctly.
Have you had a good 20 minutes?
I've had a Laura in that toilet, I can tell you. I'm ready.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we've got the 3 curtains again with the lovely bachelors today.
Who's our
bachelorettes?
Who's the bachelor that's here?
Yeah. How about him? Should we have Nick in for this round? Or did you? Would you like it to get in?
Why am I here?
Well, why not? I mean, maybe
I've been. It's your turn.
It's my turn.
He's out on a date with 3 songs at the moment.
All right, okay, I'll go. Thanks for letting me.
Okay, welcome to the final round of Blind Date.
All right.
Ooh, right, so we've got the 3 songs lined up. Would you like to ask the questions?
I would.
Go for it.
Song number 1. How are you?
Okay.
Nice voice.
Thanks.
If you could change your voice to any voice, what voice would it be and why?
I don't think I'd want to change my voice because, some days I feel good, some days I don't feel that great.
Interesting.
So I'll leave my voice as it is, if that's okay.
That's great. Thank you. Song number 2.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. You sound a little out of breath.
Oh, mate, I'm buzzing.
You're buzzing?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, buzzing. Song number 2. If you and I were in a club, would you be down to party?
Oh, mate, I'm always down to party. We could party right now, in fact.
We can party right now?
I mean, Cilla's been inviting me back into the old...
You've been doing with Cilla Black?
Well, yeah. I mean, not normally my choice.
Okay, I think I might have got you. Okay.
Interesting.
Song number 3.
Yeah, what?
What's happening?
Just getting a bit freaked out, waiting for you to ask me the question. Come on, go on with it.
If you were a cat,
yeah,
what breed of cat would you be? And would you be a male or female?
I'd probably be a tiger. I'd be 3 tigers.
3 tigers. Okay.
Wow, that's some intense clues.
2 male and 1 female.
Okay.
Actually, 1 male, 1 female, 1 hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite. Okay. Lovely. Okay. I'm ready, Cilla.
Okay, great. So, which one of these lovely songs did you want to take on your date now?
I'm gonna think I'm picking one of my favourites. So I'm gonna pick song number 1.
Song number 1. Oh dear, you have to meet the ones that you got wrong.
Okay.
What do you mean you didn't want? So, number 2. Go out, step out. Oh no, it's Ecstasy.
It's lovely to meet you, Ecstasy.
Yeah, that's it, Ecstasy.
Nice.
Step back into my train. I'll see you later.
I'm not taking you today.
Oh, I'll be taking that one. So, and you also turned down for the 3rd time, but overreacting.
He's going to be fuming by the end.
I'm absolutely fuming.
I'm sorry, you're not one of my favourites.
No, well, that's it. He's overreacting again, as always. Out with you. Right, so let's hear the one that you've chosen. The lovely, the beautiful Some Days.
Some days I Some days I can do nothing but watch it burn. Some days I feel alive. Some days I can barely survive. Some days I feel so blind. Some days I feel so blind. Some days I feel so blind.
I love that song.
Yeah, I had a really bad cold that day.
You did.
Yes.
You were quite. I seem to remember you being a bit like down,
Yeah,
energy-wise.
Yeah, I could barely hold it together.
Yeah. And you
That's
sang
why
that
you
song.
you didn't sing much on that episode, which was the one with the whole band. It was Mexico.
Yeah, that was the next one. Yeah, which usually I would have been like fronting and so. But it was quite nice to sort of have that. Being forced to take that seat back.
I think again, remember that was an experiment. The first time we'd had 2 extra people, and we also weren't prepped. Like
That was a real bad
really
day for
hot.
headphones.
really hot.
That was really
And
hot.
headphones. 2 people's headphones were like tiny in-ear ones, weren't they?
Yeah,
And
it
one
was
of them was
terrible.
that spot
The
because you were
drum.
sat to play the drums.
Yeah.
So,
In the
so
session I didn't have any. I just
you
played
just
them.
sang. Yeah. It's a tune.
And also, that is one of the best videos. The first time that we had all 6 of us.
Yeah.
The 3 of us and our wives.
Wives and partners.
Wags.
Yeah, that was a cool
Such
video.
a
That was-
horrible term.
yeah.
But a great video.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy, like with slowing the song down, having to mime it, like learn the mime.
What's really funny is there's a much easier way of doing that now. You can do that a lot easier.
Yeah, I know. No, but it was surely it was the movement behind them.
Yeah, we should have just shot you in a green screen.
Yeah, and then we could have just added you on top.
Yeah.
Just filmed ourselves. being
And that way
idiots
you
for
could have
ages.
just sang it normally, and we could have slowed it down.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, but it's the
It was more
integration.
fun.
but yeah, doing it the way we've done it, was great. So all in one take.
You'd be able to tell it was green screen
Yeah.
and slowed down.
And you'd have had to
yeah.
change. Wouldn't you have had to? I suppose you could have just done stuff in the background. Everything in the background was synchronized, so you had to
Yeah, but we
slow the
still,
song down to be able to act it out, right?
That makes it sound way
Yeah,
more
we
complicated than what we're doing. We were just like, we'll run around and try and open that door. Or we were meant to open that door.
You are right though, because it would have made your job a lot easier. We still would have had to do the I call it quote unquote acting in the background.
To slow motion.
But you
with my
could have
bit.
just shot it like normally.
Right. I thought it was cool, man.
It was great. It was
if
brilliant.
you noticed, like, because we only did like 2 takes of it, didn't we?
No,
Or-
not even that. We done
we did
one.
one.
We done a test and then one take.
Yeah.
And the reason we didn't do more is because it took like 45 minutes to
Yeah,
shoot
they
one
did.
thing. It wasn't-
Like if you watch like my lip sync, my syncing, and my expression, you can tell like as it goes through the first, second, and third stages, I like start to understand it a bit more.
yeah.
And, like, I was quite proud of it.
I seem to remember you saying actually we should have reshot it.
Well, it had its magic, but yeah, I felt like I could have done.
It was
done way better.
It was great though. Some of the timing is brilliant of the opening of the doors and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
it's
loads
just
of
a nice creative idea.
It was a good example of us actually doing tests.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
normally
yeah,
when
we
we
kind of
do
practiced it.
videos.
We actually lit. We
Yeah.
actually front lit it. Didn't we?
Yeah, and I thought the style of it was quite a really cool thing. Like I'm a big fan of OK Go and the way they're, yeah,
the
not that it
videos
was
are
that
insane,
style,
yeah.
that type of video, but
No, it was totally Alison Brie inspired, wasn't it? From Glow.
oh yeah, it was, yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It was a really cool video shoot.
Absolutely.
I would, if we were to redo it, do it in a much easier way.
Yeah.
The best part about it though was it was edited before we left, before we'd even packed all the stuff down. because it took
No,
seconds.
it's just plonk it on.
Plonk it in
Had to
place.
speed it up.
It was lovely.
Speed it up.
So we've got a couple more tunes, have we?
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 more on my little list here.
I reckon we're saving one for the end, and I know the other 2. So do you want to play them?
Yeah.
Or hear them? Or talk about them? Or none of the above?
What are the 2? Well, overreacting and the other one.
Ecstasy.
Oh, ecstasy. I thought you were
was mine.
indicating I had something stuck on my lip. I was like, what? Yeah, overreacting's a really cool tune.
Yeah.
Because it was like we've been in the stage of there's been a few events where what we've recorded when at moment in time, then we come to edit it like 6 to 10 months later. And at the time that we're editing it, the songs that we're editing and with the vocal content is always like quite poignant to the time that we're going on. And this is one of those occasions where it's like the song overreacting, but something with the tuned in and the nature. And there's been a few. What's one of the other ones when? Like during Brexit or something.
There was a
Beautiful Lies.
Beautiful Lies.
Really surprising.
And it was just really poignant times.
There's been a couple of times.
Yeah. Plus, I really like the drum and like the kind of up-tempo-ness of this song.
Yeah, unintentionally written about people overreacting to viruses.
Yeah, which we didn't know at the time.
No, absolutely. But we went right on the nose with the video.
We did,
yeah.
You shot the video, Andy, right?
I did. I shot the video in lockdown with gloves on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was Abby happy that you used more than one pair of gloves?
I actually only used one pair of gloves. It was the
camera trickery
that made it look like I was using multiple.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was a round of applause.
Okay, well, let's listen to that one first then.
What's the other one?
Ecstasy's the other one.
Oh, Ecstasy, yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, just play it.
Yeah,
right
play
now.
it, mate. Right now. Have you played it yet? Get on it.
Come on.
I know it look bad, but it could be worse. No one is dying in this particular verse. It might take time, but trust me, it works. Take a placebo to remove the curse.
You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're overreacting.
Take a deep breath and try to take stock. It's not like you're back on the starting block. Get yourself calm, try to make sense. You'll still get paid when you're on the bench. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. Yeah, trust me, well I'll be okay. Trust me, well I'll be okay. There will always be a better day. Just trust me, well I'll be okay.
Trust me, it will all be okay. Trust me, it will all be okay. Trust me, it will all be okay. There will always be a better day. There will always be a better day.
Ecstasy, this tune is ecstasy. It's like a fantasy, an ecstasy-based fantasy. Ecstasy-based fantasy. Ecstasy-based fantasy. It's the force that's driving me. It's my reason to be. Music is my ecstasy. Music is my ecstasy. It's the reason that I breathe. Music is what drives me. Music is my ecstasy. Music is my ecstasy. Music is my ecstasy. Music is my ecstasy. It's the force that's driving me. I'm really big into E. Yeah, music is my ecstasy. Music is my ecstasy. It's the reason that I breathe. Music is my ecstasy.
Cilla stole my ecstasy.
What a beautiful sentiment. Like, I love the... Was that improvised? It was,
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Do you remember who features on it?
No, Metacassette.
If you were drinking a Simpsons beer
Yeah.
in the middle of a open area of grass,
Yeah.
it would be
Simpson grass.
What's the beer from The Simpsons?
I don't know. What is the beer?
Duffman.
Duffman.
Duff. If your uncle was there as well.
Duff, your uncle. Bob's your uncle. What are we talking about?
Bob
So,
Bob
yeah.
was there. Yeah, it was Bob. Well done.
Bob in Duffield.
Oh, Bob in the field. Oh, Bob. Uncle Bob.
It was Bob. Yeah.
I nearly went for that, but I didn't. No, then I lost track of what we
You
were talking
cut
about.
that song. There was another. Sorry, I think you cut that song, right?
I did, yeah.
I think that's another moment for me where it was like, man, like, how did this sound? How does it sound so big? After that, I mean, that recording session was amazing, but yeah, like I don't remember that song at all, and it sounds great.
Yeah, I don't know.
I reckon, like, sentimental wise, that's something that we've done a lot of. We have even like Walking Stereo is like a song that is like that, being lost in music.
Yeah,
like
it's kind
the
of
idea
a mantra. In a way, just
music is ecstasy, music is happiness in my ears.
Happiness
Like
dancing in my ears is right on the, to the point.
It's something that we like to return to, that idea of music being a drug.
I think improv, the way we do it, it kind of is. When you're recording it, it's getting lost in.
Some of the best trips I've ever had were improv sessions. Yeah.
There have been some pretty funny times.
And obviously Magic Mushrooms, but they're pretty good for chipping.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And I'm excited to hear the last song as well.
The last song is a very good one.
The last song is a piece of music that Macey wrote. Did you write it? You wrote it on guitar?
Warrior. Yeah, man. Yeah, years ago. It's been through a few different variations, I reckon. On guitar, I think wrote it a long time ago when we were like travelling around.
Well, it's absolutely banging.
This is still.
It's one of the best Boss tunes.
Yeah, this is the best riff I think you've ever written.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
And so you're right. So originally you wrote it, and then maybe it was just you wrote some lyrics, and then we did play it as a band, not like live. I think even before Andy joined Metacassette, when Paul had come in, I think we. Or
it used to be a song called "I'm Sorry," which originally was about a friend of ours and an altercation that had happened between me and him that helmed our friendship for a while, and another thing that I had with it was also like half breakup song for someone. Yeah. So it was always something that was really personal to me. And
as a piece of music, you mean?
As a piece of music, and I think as
that song.
I think because the song that I'd written for it was attached. As soon as you write something for it, it's attached, isn't it? Yeah. And it's quite hard to get that separation. But we were like, as a band, we didn't really do anything with it.
We jammed it. We
did jam it. I think part of the reason is because it's really difficult to play, and I'm not very good on guitar. But then Truth got hold of it. I had a session with Truth, and he was like, "Oh, what have you got?" And I played it. And
it's just quickly, Truth is now under the name Param. Is a rapper, and you should check him out.
He's amazing.
I think it's always like I Am Still Truth is his Facebook and all that jazz. And you should check him out. He's pretty good. Anyway, carry on.
So he basically transformed it into piano, which I'd never thought about doing. Anyway, we didn't go anywhere with that session or that song, and then a few years later, I kind of done it and turned it into Every Warrior. So, but Andy, Andy wrote a set of lyrics for a different version of, or was it for that version?
Yeah, for your the version that's here,
which was potentially going to be a 7 billion track, right?
It was going to be a 7 billion too. So originally before Boss.
7.1 billion.
Yeah, we were going to take a lot of the songs from our library of our sketchbook, if you like, and do another album. But then we just discovered
a bit like
the process of improvisation.
A bit like From the Vault kind of thing. So you've got songs sitting in your arsenal.
Yeah, that's it.
This is my wife's favourite song. Or possibly in the world. It's definitely not in the world, but it's she
loves it.
She's obsessed with this. Yeah.
So thank you very much for listening, everybody. This has been Cosmic Bos.
Why are we radio DJs?
Well, because I was just thinking, obviously Jethro and Jeffrey do this, but we don't.
We better say goodbye to Cilla as well, quickly.
And Cilla.
Hi lads, you let me go out. Yeah, you want to go out?
Yeah. Ecstasy's waiting for you outside.
Yay! I saw him out there in that little 4x4. Oh, thanks for having me in, guys. I'll take my payment. 200 grams, please.
It's all outside.
It's all outside, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, Cilla.
Well, he sounded quite a bit like Jethro, didn't
you? Had a hint. Have you heard from Jethro?
Only that text earlier. Let me just see. Oh, he said. Just the standard, send me all your money. Send me all your money.
He's still not found Jeffrey, I assume.
No, he says, tell people about sending all your money to... if you want to email us, email at cosmicbos@gmail.com. Yeah. If you want to send all your money there to Jethro, he'll
look after it for you.
Yeah.
All of these songs were improvised songs, apart from the one we're about to. There were a couple of not. So, from the Boss library.
Yeah, you can go back and listen to all of it. It's there.
Yeah. I'd just like to just to say, like, as you guys know, like, that I'm gonna like take a little step back off of it. So to close, I just wanted to thank you guys, and to let you know that I'll be around. And
you're not welcome.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it. We haven't mentioned it in the show because it's not like it's not an end of.
It's not an end. No.
So there's no. But for a little while, it's I'm just gonna take my foot off. So. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys start doing, and I'm going to come back.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man, you're still around.
Yeah, I'm still around.
You'll still be here to go, mate. Can you just help me do this, please? Sort it out, yeah. But hopefully a lot less.
Definitely.
Thank you,
less,
though.
Yes,
like we're now with what you've taught us, we're going to attempt to do it without you, which is a big task, because you do carry a lot of the weight on your shoulders.
Well, I think you've both got the tools, like, and it's been a journey for all three of us. You know, like
it's going to take a new direction and a new experiment.
Yeah, man,
it's going to be fun. Yeah,
and I'm trying new things, and you know, our things always merge because we're brothers more than to the last.
Exactly.
So yeah, maybe I'll find Jeffrey on the way.
Yeah, cool,
mate. That'd be nice.
Good. If you did want to hire Cilla, I've got a number.
If you got a number, yeah, cool.
What do you want to hire her for?
Who knows, voiceover, whatever.
She's a pretty good singer.
Yeah, I mean, she could just follow. If you've been in an argument with anyone, or if someone's like getting a little bit too close to you, you can just get Cilla in.
Or if you
basically, you can just keep her in your pocket.
I think the only time would be if you get caught with. Then you need
Cilla's,
because they'll go.
Of course it is.
Cilla's, isn't it?
Yeah, so, that's it. That's why you always have Cilla close by, ready to take the rap.
Yeah. But anyway, please like, share and subscribe, and listen to our podcast if you like it. If you like the music, there's tons of it in the usual places. Send all your money to Jethro. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, let's listen to this last song.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Rainbow Warrior.
Rainbow Warrior.